Two states over from Nevada, in Colorado, Democratic Governor Jared Polis cruised to re-election, defeating his Republican challenger 58% to 39%. And Governor Polis joins us now. This was not close. Congratulations, sir. And to what do you point your win to?
Really simple, just solving problems and addressing the issues that people face. I signed over 50 ways to save people money, largest property tax cut in the history of Colorado, 2 incomes tax cuts, free preschool and kindergarten, capped the out-of-pocket cost of insulin, many, many more. So we just try to react to people's pain point. Costs are going up, and what are we going to do about it? And let's get it done, and we have a lot of things to point to.
So Governor, Colorado has been considered a swing state at times. I know early in the cycle, actually up to the last few weeks, people were talking about Senator Bennett possibly having problems. Not only did that not happen, there was a massive blue wave in Colorado. I mean, Republicans got wiped out. I would say you look at Colorado, you look at Michigan, 2 of the biggest states for Democratic waves. What happened in Colorado? Why did the Colorado people reject Republicans the way they did this year?
So to understand Colorado, it starts with the fact that over 40% of our voters are unaffiliated. They're neither Democrats nor Republicans. Doesn't mean they're all moderates. Some lean left, some lean right. But what they're looking for are candidates, no matter what their party identity, that really speak to the issues that matter and are going to make life better for them. We really focus on protecting our freedom as Coloradans. That means the right to marry who you love, to decide if and when to have kids, and to save people money. And those were really the issues that resonated with that largest block of voters, the unaffiliated voters of our state.
So you won in some GOP strongholds in the state, and I'm wondering, what do you think brought Republicans your way? And you talk about addressing pain points, the economy, inflation, things that impact kitchen table issues. But what about some of the bigger issues facing the country? Democracy, election deniers, and abortion.
So certainly the ability to have kids, or when to have kids, if to have kids, that really goes into kind of the value of freedom. So we certainly talked about the women should be able to make their own reproductive health decisions. There's states next to Colorado, bordering Colorado, where women and healthcare providers and nurses are literally facing jail time for the decisions they made. We made clear that as long as I was elected governor, Democrats were elected, that would not happen in Colorado. Certainly resonated. Obviously, there is support for democracy. We had a number of Republican candidates that were election deniers, some that weren't. The ones that weren't election deniers fared a little bit better, but their brand as Republicans was still tainted by their brethren that refused to acknowledge that President Biden had been elected legitimately.
There was that. Colorado Governor Jared Polis, thank you very much for being on the show this morning.
Governor, congratulations.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.